The science.
Don Lemon can't even take down the Nelk Boys. Shout out to the Nelk Boys.
Changes over time, or what your knowledge of the vaccine or your knowledge of the disease or the virus changes over time.
Yeah.
It evolves as you learn more. And so I just don't think it's fair to talk shit about people who are trying to help people. I just don't.
Oh, so if you're trying to help people, but you actively hurt them, that's okay?
I don't agree with that.
I think what was weird though about the whole situation is like, even if you did have your own opinion on it too, like even on social media, like your posts would get deleted.
It was very
that's
controlled.
That's
right.
what made the whole COVID
Now you're gonna say that's not right, but you were all for it. All that disinformation, right, Don?
situation feel fishy, and it felt like a form of control.
Well, I think it was
that posts were getting deleted.
Well, that was like the whole
about
misinformation thing.
Yeah.
I think that if people are spreading misinformation and lies,
There we go. That's the code. Well, it's not what I believe or what I want you to hear, so it's misinformation.
I think people, look, I believe in freedom of speech, but I think if people are actively spreading misinformation, it's going to hurt people, and if it's going to put their lives, their safety, and their health at risk, then I think it should be corrected. I mean,
but it's just so impossible to define misinformation at such an early stage of a virus, too.
Exactly. Not to mention, we have the freedom of speech. If people are spreading misinformation, then it's your job as the lead anchor at the main news fucking country channel in the country to correct those people, to let the people know what the conversation is and how to think about it, what the different points of view are, so that people can think for themselves. Not, oh, the state says you have to think this.
Who decides what's misinformation?
I mean, but what's more important,
Facebook
your
and Instagram?
internet post or somebody's health?
But it's just
so then why were gyms closed now? If the gym's like the mecca of like working on your health.
I remember this part. This is Don Lemon in a nutshell.
Gym is like the mecca of people, of people.
Yeah.
That was a serious reason why gyms should have been shut down for 3 years while we need to make people healthy.
Pushing out, and it spread. It was airborne.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't actually.
That's what they thought. But that's what they thought.
But they were wrong, and so many people thought that for so long because you wouldn't let the people who knew what was right say what was wrong, and that the mainstream media was wrong. That's the point.
You're proving my point.
No, you're proving our point.
That was proven wrong. But in that moment, in that time...
that's by the same doctors that we were listening to, too,
But we
right?
didn't know.
Exactly.
But there was a lot of...
You didn't know. You didn't know. Those of us who actually paid attention, Don, and didn't just read a teleprompter, we did know.
Virologists and
I
doctors...
guess the doctors didn't know.
But nobody knew. That's like before. Nobody knew about cars before there were cars.
But there were
I think
a
what
lot
he's
of...
saying is pretty fair, though.
It's fair, but there were a lot of virologists and doctors who were actually opposite of what mainstream was touting.
That's all true.
And they got shut down.
That's all true.
So then apologize. Apologize to the nation. All of these doctors, people who have done more than you could ever know. And we're telling us different things, and because your government said that they're not the right kind of doctors, that they were bad. And now you're admitting that that is true. Apologize.
But still...
If you have 10 doctors saying, yo, this is a great thing, and you have 10 doctors saying this is a terrible thing, then like, why are we only choosing to like push the narrative it's a great thing and you need to do it?
Because the government said I have to. The government's paying. Big Pharma's paying.
You go where the majority of the science is pushing you to go.
Well, usually that's what we're supposed to do, but you didn't do that, which is how we ended up here and why you're talking to the Nelk Boys instead of still hosting CNN. Good job, Downey Boy.